In this lesson, we're going to introduce one of the most practical and powerful tools you will use as a Christian coach. A proprietary tool that we've created just for you and our coaches. It's called the Communication Profile. And if you take this seriously and apply it consistently, it will significantly improve how you communicate, how you coach, how you lead and mentor others. It doesn't really matter if you coach professionally, vocationally, as a business, or simply use the skill to teach or lead or mentor or disciple believers for progress. Effective communication techniques is crucial to your success in all of these areas, and any of them. So let me start with a simple truth. Most coaching struggles are not caused by a lack of knowledge. They're caused by a lack of understanding. In other words, it is not that we don't know what to say. It's that we're not always saying it in a way that the other person can receive in order to produce progress. Every person you coach is different from you. They think differently than you, they process information differently, they respond to feedback differently, they're motivated by different things. And so if you use the same communication approach and language skills with everyone you talk to, you'll eventually frustrate people, even when your intentions are good. You may be somewhat successful, but only with the few people who relate to you. The others are going to produce ineffective relationships and frustration in the coaching results. That's where the communication profile comes in and is so powerful. The communication profile is a structured way to understand how to communicate with a specific person so that your coaching actually connects with them. Picture each student or client or supervisee or disciple as their own individual target. And to hit the bullseye of that target, you must adjust your aim appropriately for each person, individualized and appropriate. Deliberate and thoughtful aim in your communication with people helps you move from guessing to understanding, from reacting to being intentional, from telling to showing them how, and from generic instruction to personal, effective coaching that can make a difference. Now, I want to be very clear about something. This DISC, or Disc for Christians tool that you're learning in this unit is not about labeling people. It is not about putting someone in a box and saying, well, this is who you are. Instead, it is about learning how to serve people better. It's about understanding why people act the way they do. It's about asking the question, how can I communicate in a way that will help this person make progress? Remember, as in with all things of life, if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. As Christian coaches, this matters deeply. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 5, it says, "The purpose in a man's heart is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out." And that is your role and your goal as a coach, to draw out what God has placed inside of someone, not by force, but through understanding. And this profile helps you do exactly that. Now, the communication profile is built into two parts. Part one is where you gather information, and this will take time as you gradually work through several assessments and coaching conversations. Here in this unit, you're going to focus only on the first, the DISC assessment. And in part two of the profile or template that we provide you, that's where you're going to turn that information into practical coaching strategies. But in this first course, we're going to keep it simple and focused. You're only going to work with two elements. First, your DISC for Christians personality assessment, and second, just a basic, thoughtful, generational awareness. And that's it for now. We're going to be building this step by step over the next few courses so that you learn how to apply it, not just understand it. Now, here's something very important. You are going to complete this profile on yourself first. Before you coach others, you need to understand how you are wired. But you will also find a willing participant, someone who you know who is willing to be your guinea pig, so to speak, and discuss the assessment results with you while you learn. The best participant will be someone who would stay with you through all four of these courses, since you'll be building on the communication profile in each course. So find somebody you know who will work with you and ask them for help. If you skip this step, your coaching is always going to be limited because you won't have the skill set of communication. You use the profile first on yourself and then also on your participant. Have fun with it. It's about what you learn, and this should produce joy as you gain insights in yourself as well as in your willing participant. Now, part one of the communication profile template begins by identifying the DISC results. Just identify them. What's your primary style? What is your secondary style? And then you'll look at your general orientation. Are you more introverted or extroverted? Are you more task-focused or people-focused? This gives you a starting point, but we're not stopping with labels. Next, you'll begin observing patterns. Ask yourself questions like, what are my natural strengths in communication based on my temperament? How do I typically respond when I'm under stress or pressure? What are my blind spots? And be honest here. Strong coaches are not just aware of their own strengths. They're also aware of their tendencies when they're stressed or tired or frustrated, and those unhealthy character traits that need to be improved upon. That awareness will make you more effective and more compassionate when you're coaching others. Now, once you've completed that first part, part one, then you'll move on to part two. But in this first course, you're, again, only focusing on the DISC section. You'll write a short communication profile about yourself, and I want you to think in practical terms. Don't think in theory, don't think in definitions, but real life. Describe how you communicate. Are you direct? Are you reserved? Are you relational? Are you analytical? Describe how you make decisions. Do you move quickly? Or do you need time to process? Do you want input from others? Describe how you respond to stress. Do you become more controlling? Do you withdraw? Do you become overly critical? And then, this is the key step. Translate all of that into coaching implications. In other words, answer this question. How should someone coach me for me to grow effectively? What kind of communication works best for you? Do you prefer direct and concise or relational and encouraging? What kind of feedback helps you? Do you want it straight and immediate or thoughtful and processed? What motivates you? What discourages you? What should be avoided when coaching you? And the same goes for the willing participant that you'll be working with as well. And all of this is, well, frankly, it's where the communication profile becomes powerful, because now you're not just describing yourself or your participant, you're identifying how to lead well. And that's the foundation for leading others. Now, after you complete the DISC portion, you'll add one more element. It's a simple element, just generational awareness. This is a secondary lens. It should never override personality or spiritual maturity, but it can give helpful context. You see, different generations will tend to have different communication preferences. Some prefer quick, direct communication. Others prefer structured and formal communication. Some expect frequent feedback. Others value independence and autonomy. So take a few moments and reflect here. There's a big difference between how baby boomers and Gen X or Gen Y communicate. So how do you prefer to receive communication? And do you align with the common patterns of your generation or not? Again, this is not about labeling people. It's about gaining insight so that you can communicate more effectively. Now let me give you just a few key principles to remember as you work through this. First, this tool is for serving people, not controlling them. Second, always use this information with humility and care. And third, focus on application, not just information. And fourth, keep it simple and clear. You're not trying to write a textbook. You're trying to create a useful tool that can actually help you in real conversations that you have with anybody that you talk to, but especially your coaching clients. And finally, I want you to understand where this is all going. In the next levels or courses that you're going to take in this program, you're going to continue building this profile and your ability to use it well. You will also practice on that willing friend who agreed to participate with you in learning, your willing participant. And the second course, you're going to add the Strengths Finder from Clifton Strengths, and you're going to add spiritual gifts. In the third course, you'll add core values. And finally, in the last and fourth course, you'll add leadership styles. Each layer is going to give you a clearer understanding of how to coach and develop people effectively, but it all starts here with DISC and generational observations. In this unit, you will focus on learning how to understand communication through the lens of DISC. So here is your assignment. Read the full communication profile document included below this lesson. Then complete part 1 of it on yourself, and then begin writing your part 2 DISC profile. Take your time with it. You'll be asked to submit your completed profile as an assignment in week 5. And that gives you 2 weeks from now to work on this. Don't skip on it though. Take some time, reflect on it, be honest, be thoughtful, be practical, and get started on your willing participant as well. Because what you build here is going to become a tool that you use for years to come in your coaching, in your mentoring, in your discipleship, in your leadership of others. And as you grow in this, you will find that your communication becomes clearer, your relationships will become stronger, and your coaching will become far more effective. And that, my dear friends, is the goal. Not just to know more, but to lead people well.